Some may argue that the divided Greek Empire was followed by Antiochus Epiphanes, who came after the four generals of Alexander and fulfilled all the prophecies involving the Antichrist. But when one looks to Daniel's ram and goat vision in the 8th chapter, it describes a little horn coming from one of the four horns that replaced Alexander's broken horn. Daniel 8 verse 23 explains this little horn. In the latter part of their reign, when rebels have become completely wicked, a stern-faced king, a master of intrigue, will arise. He will cause astounding devastation and will succeed in whatever he does. He will destroy mighty men and the holy people. He will cause deceit to prosper, and he will consider himself superior. When they feel secure, he will destroy many and take his stand against the Prince of Princes. Yet he will be destroyed, but not by human power. Note here that the little horn rose to power, quote, in the latter part of their reign. The little horn would have to rise in power near the end of one of the four generals of Alexander's reign. The reigns of all four generals were over by 281 BC. Antiochus Epiphanes, however, started reigning in 175 BC. So this does not fulfill the prophecy, as the time to be fulfilled is yet to come. Antiochus, however, is a type of Antichrist. He abominated the Jewish temple, but 3 years later Judas Maccabee reconsecrated the temple. Now Herod the Great and Caesar Nero also are types of Antichrist, but they do not fulfill the time frame of this prophecy. Many skeptics say that Daniel's visions do not discuss the end of time, but notice the verses we just concluded where the little horn, quote, takes his stand against the Prince of Princes. He attacks Jesus after the second coming. The battle of Armageddon occurs here, and, quote, he is destroyed, but not by human power. Antichrist is destroyed by Jesus, not by human power. Note that Daniel 8th chapter 17th verse states, Son of man, understand this, that the vision concerns the time of the end. In Daniel 9 verse 26b, quote, the people of the ruler who will come will destroy the city and the sanctuary. The end will come like a flood. War will continue to the end, and desolations have been decreed. So the end here is when all wars cease. Certainly not now, but at the end of time. Note Daniel 11th chapter verse 40. Quote, at the end of time, the king of the south will engage him in battle. It is Antichrist who is engaged in war, and this ultimately brings on the return of Christ. This is after Antichrist goes a little crazy, as he knows his time is short. Daniel 12th chapter verse 13 states, as for you, go your way till the end. You will rest. Then at the end of days you will rise to receive your allotted inheritance. This is none other than the resurrection. The end of days here is the last day that Martha references for the resurrection, certainly not coming before the tribulation begins. Now that we've explained that Daniel's prophecies involve the end of time, it's easier to discern that the third beast and its four heads represent not only the four generals of Alexander the Great, but the four future empires, which include the divided Greek, Roman, Revised Roman, and the alliance between the 10 kings and the Antichrist. Therefore, the little horn, or Antichrist, fulfills the prophecy regarding the latter part of the reign of the 10 kings when Antichrist comes onto the scene.